Well, I'm going to have a look at it now. So that's 4 minutes. So you have to stop Sevi because then you need to see. Did you get it finished? No. No, I see. So you took a little bit too long with that. So let's have a look at it. Sevi, can you read out the two equations? What are they?
3p plus 4q equals negative 6.
Okay.
And then negative p plus 6q equals 13.
Now, the easiest one to match up here is the p. Yeah. Because I just have to multiply this by 3 and we're finished. So I'll just put it in red actually. So that's a 3 and 6 times 3 is 18 and then this one becomes 39, isn't it? Now, do I add or subtract here?
Subtract.
Well, it's actually really adding because the sign's already opposite. Do you see? So it's like 3p and minus 3p. So that's gone.
Sir,
Yeah.
what I did is times it by, multiply it by negative.
Yeah, good. And then you subtract it down, so that's fine, yeah. Same answer. 4 and 18, 22q, and that's 33. Yeah. So then q is 33 over 22. 3 over 11 goes into that 3 times 3 over 2? Is it?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, 3 over 2.
Okay. And that you can sub back in there. So that's 3p plus 4q, which is 3 over 2, equals minus 6. So 3p plus 6 equals minus 6. So then that means you get 3p equals minus 12. So p equals minus 4. And you also have here, I'll just put it beside it, q equals 3 over 2. Now you can check the answer. So if you, oh, I closed it. Let me open it up again. So in the exam you can check the answer. So I want to make sure the answer is minus 4 and 3 over 2. Minus 4 and 3 over 2, yeah, let's just see. So, what calculator do you have?
Casio 9.
Yeah, but it looks a bit different to that one.
It's a new one. Yeah, that's like.
Should be able to do the same things, right?
Yeah.
Should be. Okay, let's just see. It's taking a second. Come on. There it is. Okay, so mode 51 on my calculator. Now I don't know what it is on yours, Sevi. Abir, yours should be the same, mode 51. So, Abir, can you just read out the coefficients again, the equations?
3p.
Okay, so what you do, the first one was a 3, so you press 3 and equals.
Then 4q.
So 4 and equals. Equals
Equals
minus 6 and equals, okay.
Minus 1p.
So minus 1.
And 6q.
6q.
Equals 13.
13. So if I type the question in here, I get minus 4 and 3 over 2. So in the exam, I'm 100% guaranteed that I have 4 marks. Guaranteed. Because I have the exact answer here, you know? So that's 4 marks, no problem. Sevi, at what point did you run out of time? So where were you here?
I was subbing in the p.
So you were here.
I mean the q, yeah.
So you were,
Yeah.
you had this step.
Yeah.
And that's as far as you went. Okay, it's a little bit faster. You need maybe to practice some of these. But anyways, that's what we're doing in these classes. So what's the next question about then?
Probability.
3 probably, is it? Yeah?
Yeah.
4 marks?
Yeah.
4 marks. So again, 4 minutes and go. Both parts finished?
Yeah.
Great. Did it ask you to draw a tree?
No, but I drew it.
You drew it, okay. So, did you finish the other question? Question 1?
Yeah.
Like you wrote my answer down?
Oh, you mean A1?
Yeah. So what you can do is see if you can get it finished in the extra 2 minutes that you have.
Yeah.
You have both finished. Okay, so you can't check your answer on the calculator for this one, probability.
We can't.
But I mean, there's no mode for it. You know, like you can't type in the question. Let me open it up here. You got both parts finished? Good, okay. Well, while that's loading, I'll stop it here. Okay, so the probability is a time saver. It seems like you can, you can make up some time on these. So, Abir, can you read it to me? What was the question?
X, Y, and Z are 3 independent events.
Okay.
Event X occurs with probability 0.39, event Y occurs with probability 0.53, and event Z occurs with probability 0.08. Find the probability that none of the events X, Y, or Z occur. Give your answer to 3 significant figures.
Okay, so this is no X, then no Y, then no Z. So it's going to be 1 minus 0.39 times, 1 minus 0.53 times 1 minus 0.08. Alright, so let's just type these in. My calculator, where'd it go? Desktop. Okay. I have no idea how this. Something weird happened. Can you read out those numbers that I wrote down so I can type it into the calculator? Because it's not showing me both at the same time. So what was the first one I wrote? 1 minus
0.61.
1 minus 0.61? And then the next one?
And then 1 minus 0.47.
Okay.
And then 1 minus 0.092.
Are you sure?
Wait.
Are you giving me, you're giving me wrong numbers, aren't you?
No, I read with the 1 subtracted.
So the first one should be 39.
1 minus 0.39. Yeah, you were giving me the next number, okay.
And then 53.
Yeah, and then the next one?
0.08.
0.08 like this. Right, so 3 significant figures, what would the answer be there?
0.26.
No, no, no. 3 significant figures, what's the answer?
263.
No.
2.63.
264. Because this is 7. Yeah, 264. 0.264. Ah, so you see, you got to finish quickly, but you didn't get it fully right. 264. Did you both write 263?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would have lost a mark there. You would have gotten 3 out of 4. You know, so this is why we're practicing. Okay, what's the next one about, Sevi? Number 3.
Express x squared plus 8x plus 9 in the form of. So this is
Completely the squared sounds like. How many marks?
4 marks. Oh my god, this is too long.
4 marks? Well, let's see. Well, let's just put it this way. You got the last question finished like a minute or 2 early, so, you know, in the real exam, you could maybe take 5 or 6 minutes for this, okay? But just for now, let's try and get it in 4 minutes, so. Let's open it up here too. Still got 90 seconds, so maybe if you're not sure, you should double check. So, what I would recommend is checking your answer on the calculator, because the last part of the question says to solve, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So-
153.
I think 53 or 54, one of them. Have you checked it?
Yeah,
And is it matching up?
yeah.
Oh, okay, so then everything should be okay. Now, did you use the calculator to solve it, or did you use the completed square to solve it?
I used to complete the square.
Good, okay, okay. You've still a minute left. Are you finished, Sevi, or do you want to keep going?
I think I'm finished.
Okay, well then, so you didn't need 4 minutes for this one then. So let's have a look here. Right, so I can see it here. It's x squared plus 8x plus 9. So that should be, I hope you got x plus 4 squared, and then it's 9 minus 16. So that's minus 7, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah? Did you get this, Sevi? You're looking like you didn't. What did you do?
I wrote 9 as Q.
Q. Yeah, okay. So, that takes care of the first step. Did you got this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next step is they want you to solve it. So that's where this guy's equal to 0. Now you must do it this way.
Expanded.
No, not expanded. Because if you expand it, you'll just get back to here. So what you must do is bring the 7 over to the right. And then you square root both sides. So you put a square root on the left and on the right. So then you get x, bringing the 4 over, minus 4 plus or minus root 7. Now, it must be like this. A lot of students in the exam, they use the formula, or they factorize, or, they did other things except this. But only this will get you the marks. And the reason for that is because of this word in the question, where it says hence. Yeah, I think I said this in class, didn't I? So because of the word hence, it means you must use the previous answer to get the next answer. So you can't, if you expanded Sevi, what you would be doing is you'd be going one step backwards to this step, because this expands out back to that one. Okay, so they wanted you to continue forward with this step. That's what the hence is telling you. Yeah. Did you get this, Amir? Yeah. And Sevi, did you get it in the end?
I got the last answers with calculator.
Yeah, no marks for that, I'm afraid, even though it's right. Did you get this 4 and minus 7?
Except the minus 7, I wrote it as Q.
Yeah, so you see, although you made a small mistake and you did this right, but the wrong way, you would have only gotten 1 out of 4, because the only thing you actually did get exactly right is the 4 here. Do you know? So like it would have been 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, and 1 mark for the final answer. But in the marking scheme, there'd be a little star beside this saying, don't give the student the last 1 mark, even if the answer's right, if they didn't use this method. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. This is how you can quickly lose marks efficiently. Okay, so now the next one is starting to get tougher. It's on to arithmetic and geometric, and it's a 5-mark question. And I think you might need all 5 minutes for this one. So let's see, get a start on that now. I'll write the formulas down on the screen so you're not looking up in the formula book, okay? So for an arithmetic, Tn or Un, whatever letter you want to use, is a plus n minus 1d, and then Sn is n over 2 2a plus n minus 1d. You'll need those ones. Okay. So now you see, you still have 2.5 minutes, so you want to really make sure you didn't make any mistakes, that you're not rushing this one too quickly. So just read what you wrote and make sure you didn't make any sign mistakes.
Oh, I see. That's
Now you see, good, yes, okay, so you can fix it up now. Yeah, you're finished with here. So you would still have 1 minute left. Do you want to have a quick read to make sure you didn't make any mistakes? Okay, okay, so that's the 5 minute mark. So let's see if you got this okay. So the first part we said the 29th term is 97. So you should have 97 equals A plus n minus 1, which is 28
yeah.
D. And you're also told that the 30th term is 101. So 101 equals A plus 29 D then. Okay, so the best thing to do here is to minus, yeah, subtract them. So that's 4 equals D. Sub that in here, you get 97 equals A plus 28, 56, 112? 28 times 4?
Yeah.
Is it 112? Did you get that, Sebi? You're looking confused.
I think I subbed it for the first one.
Oh, well then you should still get the same answer. So then A is 97 minus 112, which is minus 15?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not finished.
Oh, I did 112 minus 97. This is positive 15.
Your answer's positive 15?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
then
I
you made a
did-
mistake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. So far okay, Sebi? Well, you spotted your mistake that you made. What was your mistake that you made, that you corrected?
I made it like A equals 112 minus.
Yeah, you brought the 97 over here, yeah. What was your mistake that you corrected, Sebi?
I didn't write the D there, 28D.
Ah, that's very different then, yeah, okay. So we have the A and we have the D now, and the next thing we want is the sum of the first 70 terms.
Yeah.
So that's n over 2, 2A plus n minus 1 D. Right, let's see, so let me just put that in on the calculator here. I can't have the screen open at the same time for some reason. Okay, I'll just have to do it in my head. 35, and then 70, 70, 140, 280, 276, 266. No, I can't do any more. Is the answer 9310? I don't have a calculator, so I can easily be wrong here. No, what is it?
I got minus 372.
Minus? Oh no. This is definitely positive. Because 69 times 4. You got minus as well?
No, 6150.
When you type this in?
Yeah.
61.
50.
Well, you know what? I have the answer here. The easiest thing would just be to check. Let us see. This is a... No, someone made a mistake. It's not 6150 here.
What's the answer?
8610. Can you type this in, Sabi? What I have on the screen?
Maybe I didn't use bracket, that's why.
Yeah, that might affect it.
8610.
Yep. Okay, 8610. Yeah.
No, I got, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just put this whole thing in.
You got D is 4.
This is plus 276.
Negative 69 into 4.
Ma- Negative 69? How'd you get negative 69?
This should be plus.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, I was confused.
A sign mistake, was it? Okay. Okay, you have this now. Let's see. Okay. We'll do one more, because then we'll have to finish to get ready for the active listening. Because it'll be in this room. Yeah. Because they probably have to set up the room or something, because it's like an exam. Okay, so 4 minutes for the next question. Now, before I actually go on, is everything okay with this one?
Yeah.
The only thing you were doing wrong were making sign mistakes. Yeah, okay, fine. So, give number 5 a go. 4 minutes there for that one.
Exact form is with fraction, right?
Yeah, and square roots.
I'm not sure how to do this one. I did it.
Now we're hitting the hard stuff. How far did you get it?
I got till the equation, like the quadratic.
You got this, and this is, you spotted a quadratic,
Yeah.
because it's like, it's a quadratic, but in not x, but ex.
Okay.
So, you use the formula,
EX.
yeah, the formula is minus b, plus or minus, square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So that's 11 plus or minus root 25. Oh, actually I could have factorized this, it doesn't matter. So that's 11 plus or minus 5 over 2. So you have two answers here. Either ex equals 11 plus 5 is 16, 16 over 2 is 8, or ex equals 11 minus 5, which is 6, over 2, which is 3.
Well, I got 8 and 3, but
Good,
like,
good.
I put it in the calculator.
Yeah, so you're only one step away from finishing then, if you got 8 and 3. So the final step is to cancel the e with a log. So what you do is you put log on both sides and it cancels e, and you put log on both sides and it cancels e. So you're left with x equals log 8, and x could equal log 3, ln log. So you're only one step away a bit. Now you must leave the answer like this. Because as you were saying, Sevi, it's exact, which means no decimals. Now, if you really want to succeed, what you could do, you have a couple of choices. You could look at more questions from the next exam, or what you could do sometime between now and next week is try those 5 questions again. Maybe not today, because it's still fresh in your mind, you know. So what day is today? Tuesday. What's your least busiest day? Like, is there any day in the week that you have a 2-hour break or some time during the day? You have like a big window, is it?
2 hours.
What time?
It's lunchtime.
Yeah, so 12 to 2,
12 to 2. So what you could do, you know, like, you could just take 30 minutes, you could go to the library or classroom, you could take out those 5 questions, you could do them, you could see if you can remember how to do them, you could see if you can do them in the time, and you have the answers here in your notebook, you can see if you got them right. You know? And if we keep doing this bit by bit each week, we'll succeed.
Sarah,
Yeah.
can we do 15, 16 last week?
Oh yeah, we're going to get there.
Because I feel like the end of semester was more like 15, 16.
Yeah, but you don't know what the end of semester 2 will be like. You know, end of semester 2 could have questions like 17, 18, or it could be like 15, 16.
These ones are easier compared to the past.
They always look easy in class. Anyways,
sorry,
I'm not going to make you do anything, because for you to succeed, you need to, you know, put in your own initiative. I'll just recommend that what I think on Friday, you can see if you can remember how to do these by trying them. Yeah.
And will we do like some extra practice for the entrance? Like
Oh yeah, we'll have prep classes for those.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not even thinking about that yet.